Hello, friends. Welcome back. I'm Heather with Woke.Ones.Revolution, intuitive astrologer and overall mystic, here to guide you along your way as we navigate these celestial energies that we're dealing with, and trying to help y'all keep your cool and keep your zen about you as we move forward along our paths in this crazy thing we call life. So I thank you for coming by and having a listen. Today we're having a full moon in Aries. I'm sure you saw it glowing in the sky last night. um, Luna is looking awfully beautiful. Now, I'm recording this today on October 17th, 2024. And I just wanted to come in because there is some tumultuous energies that we're dealing with. And, it's got people all up in their feels and, probably noticing a lot of people to be quick pull trigger when it comes to their patience level. So I again want to thank you for stopping by. Hope the information that we cover today helps you fare well through this full moon cycle that we're having. So, as far as updates go, I am back to doing personal readings. You can feel free to check out my website and or my social media. Send me an email. All of those descriptors are in the description of my channel, so feel free to check that out if you're interested in a reading. Um, my website has the information about rates and stuff as far as readings go. So, anyways, sidebar, really cool thing that I've been working on is a podcast with my fellow evolutionary astrologer friend Miriam Kramer from Point Your Compass. I know a lot of you here are familiar with her work over the years. Whether it be astrology or the tarot. That's what she's been doing for a really long time. And, we've worked on a collaboration together and decided that we were ready to help make astrology more relatable to everyday people. I would say I myself have been, although I've, taken courses and whatnot, I'm pretty much self-studied, when it comes to astrology. And that can be a bit tedious, especially when you're starting out of trying to understand all the things. So we do our best to streamline it in a way that makes sense, that makes it relevant to everyday life. And you know what? It's just a couple of girlfriends, honestly, getting together and you know, shooting the shit about astrology and how it relates. So please do check out our new podcast at Real World Astrology Podcast here on YouTube. Be sure, hey, we would love it if you would share it. And check it out. If you like it, hit that like button. Please be sure to subscribe. We do have some more episodes coming up, and as well as some other talent that'll be having their stuff posted on the channel as well. So I'm excited about it, and you know what? Quite honestly, it's a work of my heart first too. This is this is who we are, and we love to be able to share our gifts with you. So, of course, I'm still going to have my stuff here over here on this channel on Woke.Ones.Revolution. So, anyways, toodaloo, I'm going to jump forward and talk about the full moon. Anyhow, so I hope you guys like the way that I'm recording this one. I'm trying something a little new and working with some audio recordings, but you should still get the full, you know, visual. Granted, it's not my beautiful face that's blessing you, but this really cool picture of this ram standing in front of that super full moon that we're having here in Aries. It's all fiery, definitely depicts the energies that we're dealing with today with this full moon. So, what do you say? Let's get started. This full moon today here in Aries is happening at 24 degrees, 34 minutes. It is conjuncting Chiron, the wounded healer. And, with this, it's, there's also a uh, Mars Pluto opposition. So we've got some pretty intense energies happening right now. It's an explosive celestial event that's going to push us forward towards our personal and collective transformation. This potent energy is amplified with this conjunction that I was saying with Chiron. And at this moment, the cosmos basically is demanding that we confront those deep rooted wounds, step into some courage, and navigate these intense power dynamics playing out in our lives and across the world. The Sabian symbol, as you know, I love to go into, is coined as a double promise reveals its inner and outer meanings. You're like, all right, Heather, so what's that mean? So this speaks directly to the duality between inner and outer experiences, reminding us that behind every conflict or challenge lies a deeper spiritual meaning. This full moon's asking us to integrate what we've been learning on both a personal level and collectively. This is an opportunity to embrace the duality in life, acknowledging the outer battles that we face while understanding the inner growth and healing that can provoke. Whether you're dealing with relationship tensions, shifts in your career, or just tripping about the larger societal issues that we're dealing with, like politics, for example. This is kind of acts like a hidden promise waiting to be fulfilled, one that offers like immediate solutions and long term growth. So, yeah, we are going to be seeing some quick endings. And, with every ending becomes a new beginning. And sometimes we get ourselves stuck. And universe does not do stuck very well. Kick your ass right into get moving mode. And, this is one of those times. So let's talk a little bit more about the Chiron conjunction with this full moon. It's Chiron's all about healing, but ultimately it's pain, right? We all come into this world with pains, and some of them are obviously from past lives, and we accrue them over time. And with pain comes lessons. If there weren't any hard times in life, if everything were just smooth all the time, we would never evolve. So there is always beauty in pain, with healing. So this Chiron conjunction with the full moon brings in the theme of healing through confrontation. Personal and collective wounds will be illuminated, forcing us to address pain that's been festering, particularly all around themes of self worth, autonomy, and identity. Chiron in Aries is about learning to heal by taking action, by stepping into our power rather than retreating from it. On a personal level, this lunation can stir up insecurities about who we are, how we express ourselves, and whether we're truly seen for who we are. But with this Chironic influence, the way forward is not avoidance. Like I said, it's about acknowledging these wounds and recognizing that they don't define us. This is a time to reclaim your personal narrative, especially if old wounds around leadership, independence, or individuality resurface. Aries calls for boldness, and Chiron's medicine is the courage to heal by standing tall in your truth, even if it feels like you're being a little too vulnerable. On a collective scale, this full moon is going to expose societal wounds around power, inequality, and exploitation. Chiron's energy here brings light to the emotional and psychological damage caused by oppressive systems and unchecked authority, whether it's around issues like war, displacement, or systematic abuse. This lunation is going to urge the collective to heal through action and actually confront these injustices head on and take meaningful steps to address the harm that's been done. I mean, you can look at what's going on in the world today, you know, those that were previously looked up to or liked due to talent are getting called out on their bullshit, on their sinister acts and their lies. And, they're basically being knocked off their high horse and having to confront what they've done, and for this I'm grateful. There's a lot that goes into this. Pluto has recently stationed direct, and we're in the final month of this. It almost feels like a trilogy because this has been ongoing for, gosh, I want to say since what, 2020, something like that. I know that this time period is one that back then I was looking at, and most astrologers were looking at, going, "Whoa, everything is going to be different. Our leadership, the stuff that's gone for way, way, way too many years and decades and centuries that have allowed people to abuse their power, and they're our leaders, right? So you'll continue to see the uprising, and yes, this does last just past the election, when Pluto will step back into Aquarius at 0 degrees. We've already dipped there twice. I'm getting a little off track, but I need you to understand the totality of what we're dealing with, because I will say that, after November, we will never see things in the same way. And a lot of people are waking up already. So, hang tight, grab your popcorn, kiddos, because, there's a big show going on, and Pluto's not done yet. Now, let me get back to the point here. So, we're going to talk a little bit about, some power struggles and intensifying tensions that are been going on. This Mars opposite Pluto is, I just got a visual of somebody that has mm, my brain can't even think of it. The name of it, Bart Simpson holds it. He pulls it back with the rubber band and shoots rocks out. I don't know why my brain can't think of the name, but I just got that visual of pop, snap back and pop. It's a uh, pretty big thing that we're going to be dealing with, and it's actually the most intense aspect of this full moon. And well, besides it's obviously butted up with Chiron, but this aspect of Mars opposite Pluto, it highlights major power struggles, both personal and global, and will only grow to be more intense over the next 6 months. Okay. Mars, we all know, is the archetype of the warrior, right? Wants to protect and defend, while Pluto represents deep rooted power structure and the desire for control. In its lower expression, the opposition can manifest as explosive conflict, aggressive, and the abuse of power. I mean, really, it's war. It's on a personal level, you may feel caught in battles of will, either struggling to assert your boundaries or defend yourself against those who are trying to dominate you in relationships. This can bring up issues of control, manipulation, or emotional defensiveness, especially with Mars and Cancer. Mars is in Cancer, and that's not its strongest place to be. Mars wants to fight and Cancer's the crab. So if you think about a crab, they're pinchers, a pissed off crab, basically. That's what we're dealing with Mars energy right now. But at its worst, this aspect can escalate into destructive behavior, especially for repressed emotions have been ignored, right? Um, so collectively, this Mars Pluto opposition reflects the growing tension around authority, security, and societal power dynamics. We can see conflicts escalate globally, you know, with war, oppression. If you think about it, it's almost like a disaster triage taking center stage, right? Um, on a deeper level, this aspect speaks to the collective drive to expose and dismantle systems of abuse, whether that's in addressing the exploitation of vulnerable populations, such as sex trafficking, or challenging those in positions of power who act out of greed and self interest at the expense of the collective good. Now, you know me, I see the duality in everything. So I got to go there. In its higher expression, this opposition between Pluto and Mars offers the potential for profound transformation. That's the gift, right? If we use this energy consciously, Mars and Pluto can help us tear down outdated toxic structures and replace them with systems rooted in integrity and care. It's a collective push to hold those in power accountable and to create a world where security and safety are prioritized for all, not just a few. On a personal level, it's a time to stand in your power without resorting to manipulation or control tactics. Choose instead to act from a place of strength and emotional clarity. It's not always the easiest thing with this Aries energy because, I mean, face it. I mean, although Aries is the warrior, it's also the baby of the zodiac, right? So, yeah, when you don't give the baby the bottle, it starts to bitch a bit, complain and whine, right? So just take that visual picture, and realize that even us ourselves can act a little immature sometimes. So definitely got to come at it with stand in your integrity. That's for sure. Let me just say that. Now, we do have some help. Okay. There's actually a pretty cool Grand Trine that's happening. And it's happening at the same time. So, this offers a path to healing and unity, amid this intensity of the full moon and this conjunct Chiron and with this Mars Pluto opposition, you can find solace that there's a Grand Trine happening. And trine means easy breezy, smooth flowing, right? So there's some energies in this Grand Trine between Mars, obviously, in Cancer, and Venus in Sag, and Neptune in Pisces. Now, this harmonious aspect, it softens the mood a bit, reminding us that healing, creativity, and compassion are always available for us to grab, even in the most challenging of times. So it's a softening influence. It puts a little sweetness and creativity into the flow here. So if you're finding that you're, struggling to get through the emotions, if you're needing to have a huff and puff session, take a step outside, go get out in nature, I always say draw, paint, create. It's a good time to do a vision board. What is it that you want so bad in your life that you have yet to jump on and grab? You know, grab some stickers, get some magazines, do some cutouts, print out some pictures of some destinations that you want to go to. or some projects that you want to start. Mars and Cancer and the energies that we're dealing with, maybe this is home renovations, get your creativity flowing and help release that tension. Get out and exercise if you got to. Whatever you got to do to help release that fiery, passion within, to get through this, then more power to you, dears. Now, archetypally, this Grand Trine represents a sacred flow of energy that nurtures and supports us. Mars in Cancer brings the drive to protect, right? While Venus in Sag opens the heart to higher wisdom, love, and Neptune in Pisces dissolves boundaries, right? Offering a spiritual path to unity and peace. And together, these energies can help combat the explosive tension of this full moon, providing a smoothing balm for the emotional wounds and as a reminder that compassion is always, always, always an option. In practical terms, let's just say this Grand Trine can aid in diffusing some of the more aggressive and confrontational aspects of the Mars Pluto opposition. And it encourages us to find creative solutions, to choose collaboration over conflict, hence the Aries Libra axis, and to approach difficult situations with empathy and understanding. Whether you're dealing with personal challenges or looking at the larger societal issues, this Grand Trine offers a path towards healing and unity, reminding us that transformation doesn't have to come through destruction. It can also come through grace. Now, let's take a look here. I don't think I had any other points that I really missed. So let's move right into the sign by sign horoscopes for this Aries full moon. Now, let's get started. Jump in first and foremost for my Aries and Aries rising. This full moon is lighting up our first house. Conjunct Chiron, bringing deep healing around your sense of self and identity. Old wounds around independence or how how you are perceived by others may surface, but this is your chance to reclaim your power. This Mars Pluto opposition could stir up conflicts between your career and home life. But you can use this energy to assert yourself with integrity. Okay. This Trine is going to offer support in healing relationships and balancing personal desires with the collective needs. Okay. This full moon's all about you, Aries, but you got to remember the duality in everything. It's not just about you, it's about the relations that, you have. So, anyways, I wish you the best, my Aries. Let's move forward with Taurus and Taurus risings. Hi there. You're dealing with this in your 12th house. This full moon for you is going to eliminate hidden fears or unconscious patterns. Now, Chiron's inviting you to heal past emotional wounds that have been holding you back. The Mars Pluto opposition, they bring tension around communications or travel. But this is your chance to confront any control issues, that you're dealing with a little more grace. I'll say that again. The Grand Trine helps you find peace and solitude, and it's going to encourage you to trust your intuition. Now, for my Geminis, this full moon is going to light up your 11th house of community and friendship. It's going to ask you to confront any lingering wounds around belonging. With Chiron here, healing comes through stepping into your role as a leader or innovator. Now, this Mars Pluto opposition may stir conflicts around finances or shared resources, but the Grand Trine is going to remind you to lean on your connections and seek creative solutions to challenges. Hang in there, Geminis. You've got this. Now, my Cancer risings and suns, this is happening in your 10th house of career. Now, conjunct Chiron is going to bring healing around your public image and your professional life. You may be felt called to assert your leadership in new ways, but old insecurities might surface, right? So, this Mars Pluto opposition could trigger power struggles at work or home, but the sweetness the Grand Trine is offering is a little support through creative and or spiritual outlets. So, focus on what truly matters, okay? Now, for Leo and Leo risings, this lunation is going to light up your ninth house of higher learning and travel. It's going to ask you to explore new perspectives. Chiron here invites healing around your belief systems or worldview. Okay. This Pluto Mars opposition may bring tensions between personal growth and societal expectations. The Grand Trine is going to help encourage you to find the balance through creative expression or spiritual exploration. Okay. Now, for my Virgos and Virgo risings, this full moon in your eighth house of intimacy and transformation is going to ask you to confront some deep emotional wounds around trust or shared resources. Eighth house matters, right? Chiron here pushes you to heal by letting go of control. This Mars Pluto opposition may stir power struggles around finances or intimacy, but the Grand Trine offers a way forward through compassion and creativity. Now, if you're a Libra or a Libra rising in your seventh, this full moon's happening in your seventh house of relationships. So, with it being conjunct Chiron, it's going to bring healing around partnerships. Now, you may be asked to confront some old wounds in your closest connections, but the Mars Pluto opposition also can bring some power struggles. So make it a little tricky. Now, this Grand Trine can help you navigate these challenges by reminding you that harmony can be achieved through love and, well, understanding. Good luck, Libra. Now, for my Scorpio and Scorpio risings, this lunation is going to activate your sixth house of health, daily routines, pushing you to address both physical and emotional wellness. Okay. Now, Chiron here encourages healing through self care as well as addressing any deep seated fears. Okay. The Mars Pluto opposition may trigger stress around work or service, but the Grand Trine can actually offer a little peace and balance through creative or spiritual practices as well. So, now, for my Sag and my Sag risings, this full moon is going to light up your fifth house of creativity and romance. It's going to urge you to heal the old wounds around self expression. Chiron's influence here may bring up insecurities around your passions and or desires, but the opposition between Pluto and Mars may actually stir power dynamics in your relationships. So, learn, you can lean into that Grand Trine's energy to find joy and fulfillment. I keep saying it in creative and spiritual pursuits, but it's true. You know, that that's going to be a great avenue for many of my signs here to go through or to, seek to get through these times here. Now, for my Capricorn and Capricorn rising in your fourth house of home and families, where this full moon is illuminating, asking you to address unresolved tensions in your personal life. Whoever's present here invites healing around childhood wounds or family dynamics. The Mars Pluto opposition is going to heighten those power struggles, but that Grand Trine is going to offer a path towards harmony and emotional healing. So, lucky you. Now, for my Aquarius and Aquarius rising, this full moon is going to highlight your third house of communication, pushing you to address any wounds around how you express yourself or connect with others. So, Chiron in this house is going to encourage you to heal old insecurities about speaking your truth or feeling heard. Okay. The Mars Pluto opposition may stir tension in your neighborhood or with your siblings, but the Grand Trine is going to offer a chance to bring healing through thoughtful dialogue, creative expression, and or spiritual connection. Lean into compassionate conversations and trust that your words carry the power to create a positive change. Aquarius. So think positive. Think positive. Now for my Pisces and my Pisces rising, last but never least, This full moon is going to illuminate your second house of values and personal resources, bringing up old wounds around self worth or financial security. Now, Chiron's influence here asks you to heal anything lingering or any of those lingering insecurities about your ability to provide for yourself or to feel valued. Now, the Mars Pluto opposition could spark conflicts around money or possessions, but the Grand Trine is going to encourage you to focus on what truly matters: your inner wealth, creativity, and spiritual growth. It's a time to invest in yourself and release attachments to material concerns that no longer serve you, Pisces. Okay. Now, I know I went through those pretty quick, but in closing, I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick little recap here and offer some final advice. So, just kind of sum up everything as we've already covered, but just to solidify it a bit, this Aries full moon with this conjunction to Chiron and the Pluto Mars opposition, look, it's going to bring up deep themes of woundedness, power struggles, and an urgent need for healing. Okay. Chiron's going to ask us to face where we've been hurt personally and collectively and use that pain for a catalyst for growth. Now, in Aries, this energy becomes particularly raw, okay, urging us to confront past battles head on, but also to find a path forward towards release and transformation. There's that Pluto transformation. Now, this Mars Pluto opposition is going to continue to intensify over the next 6 months. Okay. It's going to get tighter and tighter. It's a pretty wide it's a pretty wide opposition, but it's going to get tighter and tighter. So it's going to shine a spotlight on abuses of power globally and within our lives. Okay, it represents a clash between the drive for security and the relentless pursuit of control. Okay, at the lowest, this energy can manifest in many harmful ways, such as wars, exploitation, and crises that expose corruption. Okay. However, you can jump into the higher octave of this aspect and push us, you can push forward to take action, advocate for justice, and fight for a more secure, ethical world. You got to stand up. There is a difference between aggression and assertion. Okay. So know the difference and stand up, be bold. Now, luckily, like I said, the Grand Trine offers a soothing counterbalance to these intense dynamics, with Venus and Neptune supporting the potential for compassion, healing, and higher spiritual connection. This flowing energy encourages to surrender our need for control, to seek peace in midst of chaos, and to and to channel our passion into constructive, loving efforts. Okay. So I just saw the strength card pop up, a visual of the strength card where the woman is petting the lion. I know that's the sun card, right? Or not the strength card's like a Leo card, sorry. And Leo is fire. So it's okay. So pet the ram. Stroke the ram, calm him down. I know I'm a nerd. Live with it. Oh, all right. Just reiterating this Sabian symbol and its pertinence to this 25-degree full moon in Aries that we're having. So let's cover it again. Now listen, a double promise reveals its inner and outer meanings. A double promise reveals its inner and outer meanings, speaks to the dual nature of this full moon. Okay? Tells us that while we may face outer struggles, power clashes, heated battles, or emotional wounds, there's an inner meaning to everything that we encounter. The promise of this full moon is that through facing these external challenges, we'll actually uncover deeper spiritual truths, leading us to greater self-awareness and alignment with our higher power. Now, to offer up some final advice for all of you, Embrace healing. The Chiron conjunction asks us to face any lingering emotional wounds with courage. Be brave. Healing is found through action, but it's also found through understanding your pain. Choose your battles wisely. This Mars Pluto opposition could draw you into intense power struggles, but you don't need to fight every fight. Pick and choose your battles. Save your energy for what truly matters. Tap into compassion. This Grand Trine invites us to soften, to forgive, and to use our inner strength to create peace instead of conflict. Trust the flow of the universe. Now, another final bit of advice, find meaning in the conflict. The Sabian symbol reminds us that every struggle holds a lesson. Look beyond the surface of any challenge and find the deeper wisdom that it offers, right? That's what ultimately this whole ride is in life is lessons, learning lessons, evolving, loving, you know. So find the meaning in the conflict. The road ahead may be challenging, but if you're fully equipped with it, just know you are fully equipped with the inner power, insight, and resilience to navigate this full moon energy. Let your heart lead the way and remember that sometimes surrender is the strongest choice you can make. So I hope that this horoscope serves you well. I hope that you're all, you know, finding many reasons to smile, even though there's a lot of fast, quick changes that we're dealing with. We can hardly even turn on, the news without it being wow, another big wow, right? There's a lot of heaviness that we've been dealing with, and this full moon is going to help us be able to release that and muster up the courage and the control tactics to kind of let go of what we've been gripping so hard on to. It's if it's meant for you, you can't fuck it up. And if it's not, send it on its way. For me, I'll probably step outside tonight under the moon and light up the fire pit and do a little bit of meditating and releasing out there, with the form of the element fire, right? It's very powerful. Maybe just light a candle if you're finding yourself a little too irked to deal with anybody, you know, light a candle, turn off the bathroom light, pour yourself, a hot tub or draw yourself a nice warm shower and allow yourself some quiet release. Okay. Anyways, again, guys, always a pleasure. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. The more you share, the more you comment, it helps me with algorithms with YouTube. YouTube is typically only helping those that are making them money, right? So, and I'm definitely not one of those. I'm just here for the love of it. So, love you guys. Stay strong, stand in your power, and do it with compassion. And as always, keep shining your light.